It is day 4, which means ring rows, goblet squats, single leg Romanian deadlifts, and back lever pulls. Ring rows will be low intensity, 6 to 9 reps or so. Goblet squats will be 6s. I could go for 10s probably, but I'm going to keep volume low for the moment. Single leg Romanians, heavy, so 3s, and back lever pulls, probably singles. So here we go. First out of 3 rounds. So feeling pretty good, but I am carrying some soreness from the past 3 days and 4 days before that. So, which have all been full body days. Once again, daily undulated periodization means training every day, same muscle groups, different intensity and volume. Goblet squats, first time in about 2 weeks. Feels pretty good. Knees have definitely improved greatly over the past 3 to, I don't even remember how long I've been training now, but something like 6 weeks before that. So yeah, 4.5 months, with the sole intention of going for joint capacity. Single leg Romanians, always technique primary. I'm gonna keep the hips squared, which is a weird fucking term. But on an even plane. I'm just gonna switch around, keep the heavier load opposite the leg that I'm standing on. Obviously, all cues from a regular deadlift apply. Trunk active. And Romanian deadlifts, we're going to keep micro bend in the leg. So, not bending the knee on our way down. Back lever pull. Starting position. Feels pretty good. Then I'm going to go slowly into the bottom and get out. So I did 4s of 360 pulls or skin the cats on the warm-up cycle last week, and that I felt that. I'll say that much. I was also coming off of a rest week, so soreness is granted, but going to be gentle with all the end range or extreme range movements in terms of volume, and slowly increase. And that's why I'm only doing 3 rounds for the moment as well. And once again, the form that I'm using for the ring rows is a global flexion. So I'm allowing my hips to sag down, shoulders to round, scapula to protract, and then extending and pulling at the same time. So I'm pulling into a deep, well, relatively deep arch position at the top of the pull to maximize not only shoulder extension but scapular retraction and spinal extension. Another round of goblet squats. Trying to figure out perfect positioning here. Really nice movement. Can really feel the deep core working, connecting the trunk and the pelvis for stabilization, especially in the bottom as I do them faster and more dynamic now. Just taking a breather, focusing for the single leg Romanians, getting in position, centering my weight in the foot, squaring the hips, holding down, keeping the opposite hip low, bringing tension, and then standing up. I would not recommend doing this on a squishy, soft floor, but I don't think I have the space to do it while filming in any other way. Could maybe get a board, a plank or something. And yeah, we don't need to enter the back lever pull as I did. We can simply roll our way into it as long as we're using rings and pull up. We're trying to keep a tight ball tuck shape to reduce our lever as much as possible. But even I'll do that next round, sort of shrimp shape will, if you have the flexibility, be even less leverage. So good for beginners. Usually what we see in skin the cat technique. So last round of ring rows. I'm trying to anchor my heels to the surface here. Another nice cue to work with here as I'm pulling, to not think about purely pulling towards my shoulder, but trying to pull lower down into my body and contracting my shoulder blades, squeezing them towards each other, and even down further to the middle of the back for that full extension, and moving into more of that front lever, straight arm pushing. So even if we have a bent arm, depending on where we pull it, we're going to get a longer lever. So always subtle variations in technique as we progress towards mastery and virtuosity. I've been doing single leg Romanians for 6 years, maybe more than that. And it's really the number one cheat code for front splits for the front leg. Now I could do a completely blocked knee. That is going to be very, very gnarly if I really wanted to focus on pure flexibility. So what was I talking about? Shrimp shape, back lever pull. Basically just letting my legs hang straight as I pull out. And I mean, ideally, prerequisite would be to be able to simply hold a static hang with your legs on the floor. And the further you walk back, the easier it's going to be. Further in front you walk, the more you're going to extend the angle. So static, and then pseudo-static, pausing and initiating from the bottom versus going quickly, which I can do because I've been doing German hangs for 10 years now. But I haven't focused on them for the past 4 years or so. And the body breaks down. But I've still got that, at least for one rep. But don't do it if you are a beginner. This is still quite advanced shoulder flexibility, strength, and of course, joint resilience. That's it for today. I'm quite tired. 12-hour shift in the bag. Whew. I'm going to help my neighbor clean his pump filter for the little stream and pool that he has going. So maybe then I'll get to sleep. Take care. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Join the school. Peace.